Tonight, you're about to uncover a darker side of heavy metal history. The feuds, grudges, and secret rivalries of the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. The man behind Black Sabbath, Crazy Train, and Mr. Crowley wasn't just a musical pioneer. He was a lightning rod for controversy, a performer whose unpredictable antics reportedly rubbed many major artists the wrong way. Today, we count down 6 musicians who reportedly couldn't stand Ozzy, and the shocking stories behind each clash. 1. Tony Iommi. And taking the #1 spot is Tony Iommi, Ozzy's own Black Sabbath guitarist. This feud was reportedly the most personal of all. Iommi allegedly viewed Ozzy's erratic behavior and drug issues as a betrayal of their shared musical vision, turning Black Sabbath's dark art into a traveling freak show. Insiders claim Iommi's resentment ran so deep that even during multiple reunion tours, their interactions were strictly professional, devoid of warmth. At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, Iommi's speech reportedly focused on the band's legacy rather than Ozzy personally, a silent but cutting rebuke that reportedly stung the Prince of Darkness himself. 2. Blackie Lawless. Number 2 is Blackie Lawless, the mastermind behind W.A.S.P. Lawless reportedly saw Ozzy as an amateur in shock rock, criticizing his antics as sloppy compared to W.A.S.P. elaborate horror-themed shows. Sources claim Lawless was furious that Ozzy achieved massive commercial success despite what he perceived as inferior showmanship. Their rivalry reportedly peaked during the PMRC hearings in 1985, where Lawless refused to sit at the same table as Ozzy, allegedly stating, "I won't be associated with amateur hour." Even decades later, Lawless consistently omitted Ozzy from discussions of influential shock rock performers. 3. Dave Mustaine. At number 3, we have Megadeth's fiery frontman, Dave Mustaine. Mustaine reportedly held a personal grudge against Ozzy after feeling dismissed by the Prince of Darkness in the mid-1980s when seeking collaboration or tour opportunities. Insiders say Ozzy allegedly told journalists that thrash bands were angry kids making noise, with no melody or soul. This fueled Mustaine's anger, especially when Megadeth was excluded from early Ozzy-curated festival lineups. Their feud escalated publicly in the late 1990s, with Mustaine openly snubbing Ozzy during industry events, creating one of thrash metal's most notorious grudges. 4. Bruce Dickinson. Number 4 is Bruce Dickinson, the operatic frontman of Iron Maiden. The feud reportedly started in the early 1980s, when both Ozzy and Maiden competed for dominance in the British metal scene. Dickinson allegedly felt Ozzy prioritized theatrics over skill, turning metal into shock rock, masquerading as heavy metal. At an industry party in 1984, Dickinson reportedly avoided photos with Ozzy, saying some associations damage your credibility as a serious musician. Despite Iron Maiden's success, Dickinson never softened his stance, leaving Ozzy notably omitted from his discussions of influential metal vocalists. 5. Phil Anselmo and Max Cavalera. At number 5, we have the volatile metal titans Phil Anselmo, Pantera, and Max Cavalera, Sepultura. Both reportedly saw Ozzy as a relic of metal's past. Tensions began in the early 1990s when Anselmo was pioneering groove metal, while Ozzy was still dominating arenas with what Anselmo allegedly called nostalgia metal. Sources claim Anselmo refused to acknowledge Ozzy backstage during festivals and made public statements criticizing veteran acts for stagnating the genre. Cavalera shared similar frustrations, seeing Ozzy as part of an older metal hierarchy that blocked younger innovators from the spotlight. 6. Ronnie James Dio. Coming in at number 6 is Ronnie James Dio, the legendary voice of Rainbow and Heaven and Hell. Dio's animosity reportedly started when he replaced Ozzy in Black Sabbath in 1979. Insiders claim Dio privately called Ozzy a clown, whose theatrical antics overshadowed what metal should truly represent. Dio reportedly hated that Ozzy's success relied on shock value rather than musical merit, calling out performers who prioritized controversy over artistry. Their feud allegedly peaked backstage in the mid-80 seconds, with Dio deliberately snubbing Ozzy and making comments about real metal versus cartoon metal.